Thomas and Friends, The Great Bubbly Build is a special from 2023. It's about half an hour in length, and I have to say it's pretty delightful because Thomas is not the main character in this one. The main characters are two vehicles called Sandy and Carly. It didn't really feel like I was watching Thomas, and that meant that the animation style was actually quite pleasing because with this kind of style, it does not feel like Thomas. It is not nostalgic. But when Thomas isn't the main focus, I can overlook that, and actually it's quite satisfying. This is all about teamwork and cooperation and compromise because they need to build a new train wash. So Sandy and Carly decide to work on this together, but they have very opposing ideas. One of them wants to build something that's going to be the best wash ever. It's going to be functional, it's going to be practical, it's going to get the job done. The other one wants to create something that's fun and exciting, and together they have to work on both of their ideas and they have to give a little, take a little. And I was very curious to see what the ultimate design would look like. And I have to say my favourite bit is the bit with the rubber duckies. I won't explain it, I won't say what happens, but I found that to be rather funny, actually, and I found that to be very entertaining. The animation is actually really pleasing. Had Thomas been at the centre of this story, I might not have felt that way because I would have been looking at Thomas thinking, that's not Thomas. I know, obviously, it's for younger generations, the latest generations, and they're not necessarily going to be as used to the classic design as I am, but at the same time, I still think that the classic design, or at least some of the older designs, are a lot better than this kind of more garish, I almost want to say cartoony style, which sounds ridiculous because it's an animation, but hopefully you'll know what I mean by that. It has a very cartoony cartoon style, but for the other engines, it's really nice. The colour palette is so beautiful. It is really stunning. We have all these pastel colours and the designs are really fun. And visually, I found it to be an absolute delight. And it's got a great message about working together and combining your ideas to reach a common goal and ultimately getting the job done in the most practical way possible, but without giving way to fun. Because sometimes you can get the job done, but still have fun. And if you can combine both, that's brilliant. Best of both worlds. So a fun narrative. I really liked Carly and Sandy as characters. I don't think I have met them before. If I have, then please forgive my horrendous memory. But certainly they're not characters that I'm not familiar with. But I enjoyed them in this. I thought they were pretty good. And we do have some of the classic engines in this as well. So it's an absolute delight. It's a joy. If it sounds like it would appeal to you, I'd say give it a watch. It is definitely more of a children's film than a family film. But nevertheless, I thought I'd check it out as a fan of Thomas, and I'm glad I did. It's very sweet, beautifully animated, and with some lovely messages. Thomas and Friends, The Great Bubbly Build, is one that I rather enjoyed, and I definitely recommend it.